appreciating your presence here today. Wait up. Wait up.
Is this a tape? I've been driving in my Indian car with the pound of the wheels drumming in my brain. My dash is dusty, my plates are expired. Please, Mr. Officer, let me explain. I got to make it to a powwow tonight. I'll be singing.
Otto Smith. Just wanted to ask you, Graham, about your thoughts on the World Indigenous Education Conference, as well as some of the themes that were presented at the conference.
Which was very good this year. It picked up on I think, the tremendous amount of work that is happening at the moment in different sites around the world in Indigenous education. We have wonderful academics and community people who are engaging in many issues. And I like to think of it as that we're engaged in multiple struggles and multiple sites simultaneously. All, some of these elements, big battles or big struggles, some are small, but all contribute in the end, I think, to advancing our development. And
if you could share a few words, Graham, about Indigenous education and the importance of Indigenous education.
Well, I think it's a very important area for young people to get involved with. There are again many issues that we are confronting at this time, and I would even go so far as to say that we cannot have advancement in the socio-economic arenas in our communities if we don't first have a prior educational and schooling revolution. So it's that important. We need young people to take up the educational pathway and to develop some new strategies, build on the work that's already been made. Not all of the good ideas have yet been discovered. We have some interesting projects, and one of the benefits of having a World Indigenous Conference, of course, is the opportunity to share good ideas across different contexts. But again, I would say that not all the good ideas have yet been discovered. We still need to continue to look for other ways of doing things. And so, the young people coming forward, I think, are a very important part of this.
And tell me your thoughts on indigenizing the academy.
Well, I think that's been a major theme that's been picked up at the conference, and I have particular thoughts about this. I think, again, we need to be struggling in all sites, that we can struggle to change the academy. I think that's one shape of the struggle. But we must also, in my view, also build our own initiatives, build opportunities, if you like, that sit outside of the taken for granted structures of the academy. So, you know, our people are not homogenous in terms of their needs and aspirations in education. Many of our students will still trek into the existing institutions and so on. So we need to create safe places for them in that option, as well as create alternative options, which I think are the breeding ground for the new innovative ideas that I've been suggesting before. You know, obviously, again, the status quo is not working that well for us. We only need to look at the crises in all of our countries to understand that. So the idea of working for change and transformation and working to find new ideas is very important. That can happen both inside the existing frameworks that we have at our disposal, but also
as well the young people that were on our trip to New Zealand, Aotearoa. And that was an incredible trip for all of those that experienced it. But I think what we're talking about is a transformation. That's a cultural transformation, spiritual transformation, and in a lot of ways it was very much an emotional transformation. And we all came back with gifts and new learnings, new teachings, allowed us to kind of look at the issues in our communities in a different way, and to come together and say, what are we going to do about these issues that are plaguing our communities? And I think that's the strongest thing, the strongest message that we got, was that there's shared experiences across the world. People are resisting and regenerating their nationhood in various ways. And how can we do that in our own communities, or in an urban setting like we are in here in Victoria, or wherever we travel? This film, I think, is to there's two pieces to this. One is sharing the collective experiences of those that were a part of this conference. Shared experiences from the educators, from the students that were there, and from people that came across the world to experience this. And we're talking about 4,000 participants in the World Indigenous Education. People mentioned my name is Nad Lee, which means new beginnings. I am Northern Shoshone and Tlingit, Yukon, Alaska. And I'm a visitor to this territory, but I would like to acknowledge the Coast Salish people whose territory we stand on, as well as the totem behind me, Mungo Martin, David Martins, and Henry Hunt, who did this totem, which is Kwakwakua totem from up in Alert Bay Area.